I think it's about that time. Actually, I think it's technically a little bit past that time. Singers and Songbirds, November rendition. It's time for Roots in the Round number 2. I just want to remind everybody, if you're hungry, we got the truck outside. I know you probably smelt it when you were walking up. Go on out there and get yourself a bite. You can bring it on in here and snack. Yeah, you'll be right back.
I'll be right back.
Bring me a damn sandwich.
So we got a great round lined up for y'all tonight, and we appreciate everybody coming out. We got Pressley Laton, we got Isaac Hickerson, Nathan C. Davis, Dani Kerr, and our buddy Bart Lattimore, Boyle and Bart, hosting tonight. My name is Brian Olson. I'm going to get out of the way, and let's get this round underway tonight. Here's Bart.
Yeah, Bart.
Woo. What's going on, everybody? So I've never done this before. But you guys are cool. We're going to get through this here real good here. We ain't going to have no problems at all. So first of all, I don't think I have to really introduce this lady next to me, right? Because everybody knows who she is, right?
Hey, y'all. Thank you, man.
So Dani Kerr, what's been going on, dude?
Oh, man, you know, moving and playing and moving and playing and moving and playing. No, it's been awesome, man. We've been took the past month to, like I said, move houses and took off to Arkansas for a music festival. That was my first attending music festival, like a 5-day fest in Arkansas. Been writing new music, recording new music, and just, trying to stay afloat with it all pretty much.
Well, good deal, man. We're going to dig into some of that a little bit later. But, for the people who don't know, where are you from?
I'm from right here in Statesville, the west side outside. West side of Warriors over there.
And how long you been making music?
You know what? That's kind of a weird question for me. I mean, the obvious answer is that, my whole life I've been drawn to playing music and singing music. But I really didn't come forward with it until I was about 17 years old. I was really shy as a kid, and I never thought that I'd be on this side of it. I was always on the stage production side and that kind of thing through high school, and started off the karaoke one night. I was like, if I do this once and I hate it, I'll never do it again. And obviously I loved it, I was just, welcome to the Hotel California, But I did it, and here we are.
Awesome, man. Well, so give me kind of a this is all about storytelling, and give us kind of a backstory on this first song you're going to play for us.
Yeah, so this first song is super relevant in my life right now, and it's really weird how sometimes I feel like a songwriter is an artist. I feel like in this weird way, not to get too, hippy-dippy up here, but...
Get hippy-dippy, please.
In this weird way, sometimes we channel things through writing that, we don't even know where these things come from. They just kind of come out, and then in the future they make a whole lot more sense. And I was sitting with my dad on his front porch, and we were talking about our family's farm, and, he's got this really grumbly voice. It's like, those damn stallbriars and wild roses, they're growing up everywhere. And I was like, hey, I like that. So I wrote it down, and he's like, what are you doing with that? I'm like, well, you'll find out. And so we were just sitting there cutting up. And it's a beautiful farm in Stony Point, if y'all know where that's at. Anybody know where that's? Yeah, beautiful little spot down there. And anyhow, a few months later, I had no idea, but I would lose my papaw, and I wrote this song before that, and it's called Papa's Farm. So this is a tribute to him and the beautiful farm, and it goes like this. Strawberries and wild roses, roosters crowing for the sun to come up. Park anchors, mist on the fields and on the ponds of Papa's farm. Winches on engines, nails on fences. Seems like the work just never gets done. Cleaning and catching, pouring and patching. I see my great-grandfather's son. When I look back, I know that I'm a child of the take him by the wheels. So he'd sit on a pail, tell a tall tale, while shoeing the horses and cursing the rain. When I look back, I know that I'm a child of the earth. When I look back, I know that there's love in the work and the dirt, in the cowboy way I was raised on Papa's farm. On Papa's farm. Ooh. Thank you. Thank y'all.
Jeez Louise.
Thank you.
You really are a very special person.
Hey,
I'm gonna
that's-
bet you.
thank you, Bart. I
That's
appreciate it.
incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
100%.
Y'all give it up for her one more time. That was a good
Thank
song.
y'all so. Thank you.
I'm trying to whistle, but I can't. You got it.
So next up, man, we got the voice of our generation, Nathan C. Davis. Y'all give it up for Nathan.
Good evening.
So we're gonna kind of do. Wait, first of all, I want to know, when did your voice drop that low? Low. You see, I'm trying to get lower than he is. It's kind of the thing we got going on.
Yeah, when I stopped smoking, like 13, No, I'm kidding. I don't know. It just, it's always been kind of that way. I think once I reached a certain point in high school, like we all do, it just became my voice. And it's not for everybody, but it works for me.
Well, you really know how to manipulate it
Works
and
for us
move it
too.
around, man. You got a great singing voice, and
Thanks.
I've been listening to you. So where you
Appreciate it.
from, man?
I'm from San Diego, actually.
Right on. San
funny,
Diego
you-
represent.
You get a voice like this, and you say you're from San Diego. People still say you should sing country. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna make up a twang. This is my voice, but you know what I mean. So it's kind of funny that way. But yeah, West Coast guy.
Well, good deal, man. So how long you been picking and playing?
Growing up, my dad was a Special Forces Green Beret colonel, and I moved 30-something times before I was done with high school. But I have a twin brother, and so I had a friend at every new school, and him and I were a duo growing up. So I think I started singing in church and drama and wherever they let me, about 8 years old, and then had some bands, high school and beyond. So it sort of started young with my dad playing guitar. So
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you got a family full of talent.
yeah, it's just that acoustic thing was always a part of the house. We always have things that, like, one of the biggest things we look forward to even next week for Thanksgiving is I set up a little sound stage on the screen porch, and my brother and I will tag team songs for about 4, 5, 6 hours and just keep everyone singing along. Halfway through, half the neighbors are sitting on their lawns singing along, so it's a good
Dude,
time.
that's amazing.
It's
That's awesome.
family kind of thing, So
Absolutely.
started
man.
a long time ago.
Family stuff makes for the best music too,
Oh yeah.
Well, good deal, man. So look, like I told her, man, this is all about storytelling. So tell us your story and play us your song.
Okay. Well, I often lead with this song here. It's kind of one of those tunes that kind of speaks to that collage, that tapestry of life that as you get a little older, I've been on Earth for a little while now, and as you take trips down memory lane, that road's a little longer. There's a little more turns in it. There's a lot more scenery, and I've done a lot of things in life, and this is one of those nostalgia songs that always feels like your favorite pair of kind of jeans. It feels always in a mood to play it kind of tune. So I'm going to lead with that. It's called 5, 10, 15, 20. Set off the top of an old shoebox, 2 decades full of old snapshots. The Tom Petty ticket seat in our away. Little letters that never saw the light of day. Yeah, it's crazy how my heart keeps chasing a part of me that's fading back to yesterday. Count the years like 5, 10, 15, 20. Man, this boy grew up in a hurry, and no, the world has changed. Some things stay the same, like those first 5, 10, 15, 20 years made me who I am today. There's a picture of me soaked in Gatorade, newspaper clip from when we once stayed. Boy Scout badge, my prom bow tie. I never returned, and now I know why. Yeah, it's crazy how my heart keeps chasing a part of me that's fading back to yesterday. Count the years like 5, 10, 15, 20. Man, this boy grew up in a hurry, and no, the world has changed. Some things stay the same, like those first 5, 10, 15, 20 years made me who I am today. I'm someone who knows where I came from. Well, I ain't afraid of what's coming my way. In the next year, 5, 10, 15, 20, man, this boy ain't in no hurry. And yeah, the world may change. One thing I can say is that the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years starts with who I am today. I dusted off the top of an old shoebox. 2 decades full of old snapshots.
Man, that one. I ain't heard that one yet. That's a killer, dude. I love it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So next up is my homie right here. So we did the last one. We did it together, didn't we?
April, yeah.
Yeah.
It felt like last year, but yeah, it was April.
Yeah.
I said the same thing earlier.
And me and you got to hang out and kind of talk shop at the late night hour.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have a 1-year-old and you don't get much adult conversation. You just you're just like,
I love it,
holy
man.
shit, this guy can talk.
By the way, everybody, if you don't know who this is Isaac Hickerson. He is.
What's up, y'all?
He is a truly, like everybody else up on this stage, he is a truly special individual, and I love your music. And not only that, getting that time to kick it with you after a few beers when and the witching hour. that's when you really learn somebody. And this guy is through and through country music. And
thank you, man.
I'm gonna let's do the same kind of deal. Tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Timbuktu. No, I'm just kidding. I'm from Statesville, North Carolina.
Whoa.
Born in Charlotte, raised here in Statesville, but I claim this as my home. So,
Right on, man. So how long you been playing?
oh man, music as a collective, I've been playing, I guess now for 22 years. Started out on piano at about 8 years old. Graduated to percussion at about 10 years old, getting into middle school, and carried that throughout high school. And when I hit 12, my buddy hit me in the arm and said, dude, you got to learn how to play guitar. And I said, I don't know if I'm all right. He's like, you're a drummer. It'll be easy for you. And you know what? It'll get you girls.
Really? I didn't
So
know
I
that.
took like a pig to
Well,
do
That worked. You got a 1-year-old.
It didn't work for me either, but damn, I took
It at least worked one time.
yeah, at least once, man. I took to it like a pig to mud, man. I loved it, and couldn't sit it down. I taught myself every single thing I could. Chord charts. I mean, I'm not a soloer, but, you know, I had fun with my friends. And then, you know, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, I got really, really serious about it and just kind of try to build my chops up a little bit. And
Well, you can really tell, man.
this is history.
Well, so like we're gonna do with everybody else, man. Tell your story about this song, man.
Oh shoot, man! I've had such a trouble, and you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm sorry, y'all. I turned 30 today, so my memory went out.
Right, hey, happy birthday.
Thank you. So, as you know, with 30
Well,
years
I did
old,
not do my research. I should have known it was your birthday today.
it's all good, man. It's
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. It's another year to me, but as a lot of people who turn 30 know, your memory and your I guess the strength of your back goes out the window the day you turn 30. I was just telling Presley over here. I was like, dude, my back is hurting today. This one I'm gonna do. I wouldn't even say I didn't. This is nothing I've ever experienced in my life. I doubt I ever will, and I hope I don't. But it's just. I played it with Brian and Josh earlier, and I told them, I was like, it's kind of a Cajun take on the Robert Johnson story. And, you know, meeting the devil at the crossroads, sell your soul for success, and all that good old mumbo jumbo, the fun stuff, right? Sorry. But like I said, I apologize in advance because I got to have the lyrics. I want to make sure I get the words right for y'all. That way y'all get the best experience.
Ooh, we dropping the D.
Y'all give it up for Isaac.
Yeah.
It was dark one night in June, full moon sitting in the pines. Out there running through the swampland, jumping shrimp boats with alligator hides. Came across an old man with a houseboat. I could hear that guitar sing. Drew me in like a siren's call. Boy, I knew nothing. My bones are rattling and my hands went numb. My ear says stay, but my heart says run. Knocking on the devil's door. He says, son, come on in. I know those traveling eyes you hide so well. Your back is probably aching. Your clothes are tattered as well. I saw you watching me pick, boy, so here's my old slab of wood. I bet if you tried 5 or 6 times, you could sit and play that thing real good. We cut a deal and he shook my hand. He said, I bet you'd never plan. Knocking on the devil's door. He said, go on down to the tavern and get the penthouse way up high. Pick some late in the evening, you'll run their pockets dry. You'll make all the women go crazy, just doing what you learn. And all the men are gonna wanna be you in every single little town to burn. And just remember when it's all said and done, don't you dare try to run, knocking on the devil's door. I asked the Lord for forgiveness for all the things I'd done. Now my daddy will witness the death of his only son. If I could tell you one thing about the bayou down near New Orleans, if you're out on the full moon, just remember it holds one thing. Don't let them strings rope you in. You might just stay till the end, knocking on the devil's door. Knocking on the devil's door. Knocking on the devil's door.
Thanks, thank you. Jeez Louise. Man.
It was a little long.
No, dude.
No, it ain't long.
Coming out with the heat, though.
Love it.
Guns a blazing.
Y'all started talking about stories.
Let me have that song, man.
Hey, you know what? I'll make a deal with
Nah,
you later.
listen, man. You making a deal with the devil already.
Hey, if $5 is $5, right?
You can so blease it.
Nah, man, that was incredible, dude.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Give it up for Isaac one more time.
I've been holding on to that one for a little bit. It's actually
So when are you going to release that one?
So about releasing music, I don't release music. I don't record. I mean, I got like phone recordings.
We're going to talk after this.
Yeah. Got to fix that.
We got some people we can get you lined up with. You got to get out. You got to get that out to the world, brother.
Yeah, that's fun stuff, man. I write what I feel, and you know, sometimes
I just want to know who the hell hurt you, bud. I love it, man. It's great.
well, 6 silver bullets deep and 30 years of
I got you, man.
Right there. Love it.
oh, thanks.
Happy birthday. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Isaac. All right, moving on, man. Moving on to, I know I've kind of got a little bit of a personal relationship with everybody here, but this lady right here, we're both from Stanley County, okay?
Yeah.
So that in itself, the fact that we're even on this stage is an anomaly. I'm
Great
pretty
way to
sure
put it,
that,
Bart.
you know, it's a wild thing. So, Pressley Laton,
Yes, sir. How you doing?
good.
Glad to see you.
You was here last night singing with us and getting down to the
I'm ready for it
to the
again.
early hours of the morning.
Oh yes, yes. Love it every minute of it. So I'm here for it tonight too. So I'm excited.
Absolutely, we're excited to have you.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
so we know where you're from. We know your name.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a little backstory on how you got into this music writing deal.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the first time I picked up a guitar was maybe like 12 or 13, and I would just dabble around on it. Had no idea what I'm doing. Is it any different now? Not so much, but that's okay. We're gonna fake it till we make it, y'all. But I was always interested in music. I mean, my mom sang in church, and I grew up singing in church, and so that's kind of where it started, I guess. And I was obsessed with 90s country and classic rock growing up. And even like 50s and 60s rock. Like, give me some Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm going to be a happy camper. So I loved all that stuff. And but I think it was maybe like late middle school that I thought, like, I'd like to try some singing. And I had the audacity to ask the choir director of my church that was hosting a talent show. Now, granted, this was my rationale for this. It was a weeknight, and I'm like, it's not a Wednesday. So I asked her, I was like, does it have to be a Christian song? I was like, I really like country music. Can I sing like Famous in a Small Town by Miranda Lambert, or There's Your Trouble by the Dixie Chicks? Just very inappropriate questions to be asking that I should have rethought a little bit. But it's all good. But I didn't start playing with a band until like right after college. I just sang a bunch of karaoke, in all honesty. That's how I met my husband, actually. So I'll tell you more about that when I start this song in a couple minutes. But Yeah, I've
Well,
been up
good
in
deal.
Boone ever since.
A good deal. That leads into my next question. So give us a little bit of backstory on this song you're going to play for us.
Yeah, so like Bart said, we're from Stanley County. But when I was 18, I graduated high school, and I decided I wanted to go to App State. Got any Mountaineers in the house? Yeah. All right, all day long. All right, so I went up there. I've been there for 12 years now, but 3 weeks before I graduated from undergrad, I was at a bar singing karaoke, and I was singing Girl Crush, and y'all might have heard this last night if you were in the interview, but there was a dude I'd been eyeballing kind of all evening. He was over at the bar, and eventually he come up to me and introduced himself. He was from Banner Elk, and he's my husband now, so this one's called Mountain Man. All right. Appreciate you, Bart.
There's the whistle on that. Got it going.
Daddy, I found me a mountain man. He plays in a little old bluegrass band. His grandmama's in the pen for cooking a batch high in the hills of Appalach. Well, Daddy, I found me a mountain man. Said he gon' put a ring here on my hand. He took me up to the ridge on the top of the world. Joe, my ride or die, honey, won't you be my girl? Oh, and Daddy, I'm telling you, and oh, the simple truth is that he's gonna take me down to the chapel in the valley where we'll have a pretty girl named Callie. Tell her that we love her every day and night. Like you did for me, I'll raise her right. I'm begging you, give him a chance. Daddy, I found me a mountain man. Well, he said, look me in the eye before you go. Girl, I loved you first, that I hope you know. I said, don't cry for me, please understand. I can still love you in my mountain man. Oh, and Daddy, I'm telling you, and oh, the simple truth is that he's gonna take me down to the chapel in the valley where we'll have a pretty girl named Callie. Tell her that we love her every day and night. Like you did for me, I'll raise her right. I'm begging you, give him a chance. Daddy, I found me a mountain man. Well, I'm begging you, well, give him a chance. Daddy, I found me a mountain man. Woo.
Pressley Laton right here on the stage, rootsing around Singers Songbirds Festival. Jeez Louise, what a powerhouse vocal, man.
Thank you, Bart.
I love
Same to you, sir.
Well, thank you very much.
Every damn person on this stage, am I right?
I know, man. I tell you what, man, there's so much talent coming out of just Statesville alone. You know, give it up for Statesville. I was lucky enough to have Brian reach out to me about a year and a half ago, and I didn't know what to expect. And the first time I did one of these things, I was like, there was so much talent, and I'm like, cool, where are you from? They're like, Statesville. I was like, oh, cool, where are you from? They're like, oh, other side of Statesville. So there's so much talent oozing right out of this little town.
There's something in the water
Yeah,
around
I
here,
love it.
think. Yeah.
Well, right on. So we're going to move it right along here. Let me see what my notes say. It says different questions, each artist. Thanks for the guidance, guys. Nah. So I'm going to ask the question everybody wants to ask. What is the dynamic with having a viral video about your music? Has it helped? Has it not helped? Or does it not matter at all?
I guess if you look at like the outside world, you know, it's definitely helped a lot. But it's so weird to me. You know, I kind of forget that that I was on television. It doesn't seem real to me, you know. And but it's definitely, you know, we've gained a lot more esteem, and it's been cool because it kind of is helping me bump into that songwriter realm to just be really creative and, you know, take the pressure off of playing covers, which, don't get me wrong, I love doing that, and, you know, playing, you don't even know me, call me by my name, but I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, you know, it's been really cool. I think it's reached the music to places that it, you know, maybe never would have gone, so it's really wild.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? I know the rest of the country and parts of the world love you, and we love you here. So I'm going to ask everybody on their next song, like, it's all about storytelling. So tell me your story about this next song.
So this song was one of those that kind of took a few years to get written, and I remember it was the first time that I played in Nashville. When I say played in Nashville, it was this like divey biker bar way outside of town. But funny enough, Sparky from Leonard Skinner was playing there, the reformed Leonard Skinner, and I had no idea, so that was a cool moment. And I get home, and I had gotten into like heavy blues and like 70s like rock, and still am, but I just started getting into it, and I was like, I'm gonna write a blues song. So I sat down, and I had a good idea, but I didn't really have enough like personal life content to write the song at the time. I think I was like 19 when I started it, and I didn't get it finished until this year, you know, so obviously I've seen some things in between that time, and finally got it out. It's called Gray Skies, because
Y'all give it up for Dani Kerr.
thank y'all. I'm really bad at this talking part of things, but thank y'all for not minding my stumbling here. And I think my guitar has went missing. It decided it's gonna just, there we go. There it is. Yeah, thank you guys. All right, this one's called Gray Skies, because sometimes we stay knowing that the storm's gonna pass, but it goes like this. Gray skies keep on following me around.
Dani Kerr, everybody. Give it up. Jeez Louise.
I got lost in the bridge. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, but you know.
Don't tell them that. They didn't know that. You did not look lost at all. No, dude, great.
Thank y'all so much.
I love the blues vibe on that, man. That's great. Cool deal.
Makes you do a stanky face. That's a
Yeah,
good
dude,
thing.
I've been stanky facing on all y'all,
I've
man.
been like scrunched
"Whoa."
up, like get it.
They
on,
put some
come on.
stank on that one.
Yeah.
It's like I
That's
got
probably because I wouldn't wear deodorant.
well, you know. Nah, dude, I got you covered up, bro. Trust me. All right, so we're going to move on over here to my man Nathan, dude. So, look, we're going to get a little personal. This is my personal questions. I don't know how old you are, but I know that I'm old. And I know that you're probably at least as old as me. So, how do you think, with the way country music and the way music is going today, do you think it is affected or not affected, you know, your age and the way music is changing?
How much time you got? No, I mean, there's a lot to unpack there. I think that formulaic thing that Nashville's doing is actually creating a bigger market for the rest of us, because there is an appetite for authenticity in music, and you can't hear it much on the radio. There are a handful of mainstream artists that are doing it, but most aren't. So I think it's actually opened. We had the floodgates happen when the record companies lost distribution rights. We can all get to that without them now, but that kind of flooded the market because everybody's putting out music. But now that the formula thing that mainstream music's doing is everyone's kind of gotten tired of it. When they hear a song that's like, ooh, I had a life experience like that. It's not Bud Lights and tailgates and blacktop. It's that's a real subject. So those kind of songs and those kind of artists are getting kind of pushed forward, and it's a digital market, so you can reach people in ways you couldn't do it before. So.
Great answer, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep doing what's you, and it's going to resonate somewhere. Like, just be you.
Well, it's people like on this stage right here who are carrying on genuine music. So, and that's what Roots and the Rounds and Grassroots Productions, that's what they do for us here in Statesville. So we're so glad that everybody's here. So we're going to do the same thing, man. Give us a little backstory and play us your next song, bud.
It's funny doing these things. Like, I'm sure you guys can all relate. I don't have kids that I know of, and I imagine it's like being told, "Hey, you want a all expense paid vacation? I know you've got 4 children, but you can only take 1." It's the same kind of vibe when we come up here and hey, play 4 songs. It's like I got a whole family of stuff I want to share, So like narrowing it to like that many is like, ooh, that's hard. I want to play them all. But you talking about a storm, Dani. Made me think of this one. Some of you have heard this song before, and it's just one I like. This one came to me during that flyover year of 2020. It was such a crazy time, and at first it was kind of fun for me because I'm from San Diego. I've never had a snow day, and that's what it felt like. It's like, oh, just hang out here. All right, just go outside and watch movies and have a beer and like hang out. All right, cool.
I was really good at it.
So I don't know, kind of leaned in that, and I was like, all right, that's fun. All right, then we'll go back to normal. And well, we didn't. And I don't know. A lot of people binge the entire catalog of Netflix, and some people binge the liquor cabinet, and some did both. That's fine. But I did neither, and it wasn't like a self-help thing. I don't know. I spent a lot of time outside, and spent a lot of time writing, a lot of time reading. This song came to me during that time, and it's one of my COVID babies, and that means different things to different people. But every time I'd work on it, there was always this funny thing that would happen. It would start to storm. Like, I'd hear thunder, and it's like, got kind of to be a thing. And that's funny to me because the song was always called Rainstorm. So. This is Rainstorm.
Nathan C. Davis, everybody.
I miss the days when we were young, when the world was new and the song of life had just begun. The summer sky was turning gray. Me and my best friend, the trees swaying in the wind. I remember that day. Can almost feel first drop hitting my skin. Well, my heart racing like that again. Wanna love like running in a rainstorm. 8 years old, laughing out loud, trying to get back home. Felt like magic in the wind that day. I give anything to feel that way. Caught up in the moment, simple and sweet. Me and her in our bare feet, yeah. Thunder rolling. All I know is I wanna love like running in a rainstorm. The rain comes and goes, but it ain't the same. Still waiting on that perfect storm to carry me away. And when it falls, well, I won't hide. I'll drop everything right at the doorway and run outside. I can almost feel the first drop hitting my skin. I want my heart racing like that again. Wanna love like running in a rainstorm. 8 years old, laughing out loud, trying to get back home. Felt like magic in the wind that day. I give anything to feel that way. Caught up in a moment, simple and sweet. Me and her, and our bare feet, yeah. Thunder rolling. All I know is I wanna love like running in a rainstorm. Met you that night, yeah, your love rolled in like a hurricane. So unexpected, the air was electric, the rush was the same. Lads running in a rainstorm, 8 years old, laughing out loud, trying to get back home. Felt like magic in the wind that day. I give anything to feel that way. Caught up in the moment, simple and sweet. You and me, our bare feet, yeah. Thunder rolling. All I know is I gotta love like running in a rainstorm. Running like in a rainstorm.
Y'all give it up for Nathan C. Davis. It's a beautiful song. Beautiful song, man.
Thank you.
All right, on over here to my boy, man.
Every time you keep saying that, it makes me nervous.
Nah, dude, I'm telling you, man. I feel like I had a dream about you. We're not going to talk about it up here.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that later.
Nah, man, I'm going to get personal with you. I'm going to give this guy a shout out because I saw him. And, dude, you've lost like half a person, bro.
Half a normal person, maybe. Not half of me, but yeah, man. I started out the year like 385, and depression, nicotine, and caffeine had killed me all the way down to 305.
Heck yeah, man. Well, you look great, dude.
Thanks, man.
So
I was kidding about the depression part. Sorry, didn't mean to get morbid.
hey, depression is literally songwriting fuel. So
You're
we're all a
absolutely-
little depressed, bro.
At some point.
So the next question I want to ask you. So that last song that you played. I mean, that sounds like you didn't grow up in Statesville.
Oh man, I
So-
did.
So what are some of your like? Where are you pulling influence from?
Dude, so I've been very grateful to have been around a lot of people in my life. I know people from every walks of life. I used to hang around some not so nice people, and then I've hung around some, you know, real good, great people. You know, I've been on 3 different continents. I've lived life as much as I can so far. When I'm just sitting in my songwriting mode, you know, most of the time I'll pick up a lick, and like that one, I just, you know, I was picking up and I heard that little, and I was like, ooh, that sounds good. I was like, you know, it's kind of giving me like almost like a misty vibe, and I'm like, what could I write that about? And I just started playing it, and usually I just start making stuff up. You know what I mean? Just freestyling. I was a big hip hop person growing up, so
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah.
I was too, man. I think a lot of us were. I mean, it's just the generation we grew up in.
Yeah, straight up, man. And so I usually, that's how I start a lot of my songwriting sessions. Freestyling.
It's like my
And
man's got bars.
Something, not very many, but but I started off, and I feel it, and then what sticks. I'm no judge of that. You know what I mean?
What you got sticking is sticking really good, bud.
Hey, man, and you use some of that adhesive promoter.
There you go. Well, man, tell us a story about this next song you're going to play for us, big man.
Oh, shoot, man. I'm going to go ahead and do one. I actually did this one last time at that sounds terrible. Sorry. I actually did this one last time at our last event we had. This is probably one of my favorite songs. This one come from once again a very sad place. Just about some of the relationships I've been in my life, and most recently at the time was, you know, my last failed relationship was my ex, and she ended up passing away in 2018. And this is kind of like fueled by all the bad cycle of in and out and in and out and in and out. And this one's called Honest.
Isaac Hickerson, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I woke up hungover again this morning. Can't tell if it's a whiskey or the thought of you still running in my mind. Memories, they still haunt me. Ain't no pills in this house that could kill the pain. And girl, I know you're busy, but if I could have some time to ask you something heavy that's been weighing on my mind. Give it to me straight, just be honest. Am I just wasting time again with all this going back and forth with you? I just figured we'd be through. Figured that by now you'd be in Memphis, instead of drunken on some bar stool here in town. Don't think you can call me up and think about making up. I know exactly how they seem. So give it to me straight, just be honest. Am I just wasting time again with all this going back and forth with you? I just figured we'd be through. So give it to me straight, just be honest. Am I just wasting time again with all this going back and forth with you? I just figured we'd be through. Girl, just tell me what we're gonna do.
Isaac Hickerson.
Yeah.
Record some music, man. Gotta do that.
Dude, I remember when you played that last year. That may be one of the prettiest songs I've ever heard in my life, dude.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that was.
I really love that song. I try not to think about it because I tear up a lot because, yeah, I got a lot of things going on in life day to day, you know, and sit and think about stuff like that. Being where you are at 30 years old, you know, it chokes you up a little bit and see how far you come.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Man, you are a beautiful human being, man.
Great song.
Great job, man.
And we are very thankful you're here with us, bud.
Amen.
That's a fact.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
Sorry, didn't mean to.
my hometown. No, I love it, man. That's what it's all
everybody
about.
up on that one.
Music is about, it's invoking emotion. And I mean, like I said, that's one of the prettiest songs I've ever heard. So thank you very much.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right. With my hometown girl.
What's up, man?
So we're gonna kind of give you on the same line. Where does your inspiration come from?
It's a blend of. I think growing up, it was more of like the 90s country and the classic rock. I always loved like Jody Messina and Shania and the Chicks and Leanne Womack. But I also love Aerosmith and Boston and Heart, like just some mixtures there, all because of those people. You know, going to school, you either got classic rock with my dad or you got 90s country with my mom. So it was a good situation to be in. But I'd say these days it's more of the, we talked about this last time when Brian was doing the preview show, we were talking. And I think it's more of the alternative country stuff that's speaking to me these days. Like the Jason Isbells and the Coulter Walls and the, hell yeah, man, you know it. Brent Cobb, I just saw him last week and he's phenomenal. Shaky Graves is another one.
Brent
I know
Cobb.
a little bit out of the picture, but I love some Shaky Graves too. We saw him last week too. But kind of a mixture of all those things. But
And it's great how these artists are kind of, I think I could see this in all of us. Like, it's kind of evolving us, too, you know? It's like, it's, what we do is becoming more acceptable in the mainstream.
Yeah.
And I think it's, I mean, I know it's helped me, so. But that's
Absolutely.
awesome, man. Well, give us a backstory on this next song. I'm excited.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out when would be a good time to do this one, and I think that I'm just going to continue with the sadness. I think that
Please
seems
do.
just as good a plan as any. So,
I feed off being sad.
well, here you go, man. But I lost my grandfather in February of this year. It was my dad's dad, and he was going to be 92 years old this April, like this past April. And for the last 2 years before he passed away, especially those 2 years, he had suffered with Alzheimer's. And I'm sure that there's at least one person in this room that has had an experience with a loved one that has gone through that. And I think that just like the whole time that he was going through that, and thankfully I got to spend a ton of time with him during the last year of his life. And he was just a beautiful soul. I mean, would give you, oh God, this ain't gonna be good, y'all. I'm gonna cry. But he's just an incredible soul. Like, you could not meet anybody. You get what I'm saying. He was just a beautiful person. And so when he was struggling through all of that, I always wondered, like, does he realize what's happening at the same time? And so, God, I usually can do this song, y'all. Oh, my God, it's going to come together. It's all good.
You're gonna.
I kind of poked the bear with that one.
Oh, you poke the bear all day long. It's got to happen, you know. But I always wondered if he was aware at any point, you know, because you have good days and bad days. Like, did he remember the awesome times that he had with his family and all these different things? So anyway, I named it Traveling Time. And it's kind of a way of him going back to those memories that bring him joy, or maybe some that don't bring him joy. So this one's called Traveling Time. I might have to take a breath for a second, so just hold it. It's gonna be all right.
Y'all give it up for Pressley Laton.
Sometimes a mouth like a sailor. I gotta get the cries out, y'all. Give me one more minute. I'm feeling it in
Take
the
your time,
throat.
sweetheart. We're right here with you.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
I might need a few. I don't know. Okay. Sometimes a mouth like a sailor. Then again he was one. Became a Navy man in 49. 92 years come April, been traveling time tonight. He's in a typhoon outside of Guam. Said he needs paper for a letter home to Barbara Jean. Tough pill to swallow, see, here's the thing. She just wheeled herself to him right down the hall. And although it hurts our hearts to think of saying goodbye, this way, no way, but I know that he'd say that it's just another hour on the clock of life. Pray the hands turn me to a memory with 3 boys and my wife. Down River Haven on Tillery in 74. Boys skiing, thumbs up for me and give it just a little more. That's what I always lived for. Sling 'em on out with this boat wide. It's all just traveling time. He's 62 years old today, back in an outboard drag, boating to the water, Augusta, Georgia in 93. You're just so proud to see that 004 there on the tree. And just like his boys, there couldn't be a more dedicated father. And although it hurts our hearts to think of saying goodbye, well, this way, no way, but I know that he'd say that it's just another hour on the clock of life. Breathe the hands, turn me to a memory that's free of strife. I'd rather not relive some of those days if I can help it.
You got it.
And just like my mother, a tough hand we've been dealt. If God's the house, I'm going all in with life itself. So I can thank him for this wild, wild ride of mine. just traveling time. And come the morning light, I'll travel to a time where I'll make the 64 Rambler chase the sunrise. Now don't worry, I'm just off to see that long-lost son of mine. It's all just traveling time. It's all just traveling time. I'm sorry, y'all.
Y'all give it up for
You're not
Pressley
sorry at all.
Laton.
You know, I had high hopes for myself because I sang the dang thing at his funeral without crying. Why can't I do it here? Sorry about that, y'all. Damn.
That was
Slam
amazing.
2020.
I'll tell you
God
what, man.
mighty.
This is my third one. This is the most special stage I've been on, man. You guys are killing it. Give it up for these guys one more time. I know why our boys up there put this group together, because this is a very, very, very special group of not only musicians but just people. You guys are great fucking people. Okay.
Thanks, Bart.
So we're at the time we're gonna take a little bit of an intermission. We're
You
gonna go
should
get a,
take
we're
an
gonna go
intermission,
grab a
Bart.
drink. Yeah.
You give me that intermission, man.
We're gonna go get a drink and go grab the bathroom real quick. Go get a cigarette or whatever you got to do, and we'll be back here shortly. Thank you guys for showing up, and much love to Roots and Around and Grassroots Entertainment. Everyone who is still finishing their drink or cigarette, please find yourself kindly back to your seats. We are about to start the show back here, going in about 3 minutes.
Do it.
3, 2, 1. This is a shameless plug for Peanut Patch.
The South's favorite snack.
I told your brother-in-law I was do that. When I come back here, I said, I just wanted to shamelessly plug it the entire time.
You know, they didn't pay me for this event, so I wasn't going to plug them, so I just wore the shirt.
Yeah, that's good enough, right?
Yeah, hey, man. It is the South's favorite snack, so from roadside stands to kettles and cans. Caviar of the South.
Golly, boy.
Well, we got most of our people back. If you guys want to hear the awesome and beautiful Dani Kerr one more time, she is a bustling musician, and she has another show to do. So she's going to give us one more song, and we're going to get a quick... Yeah, give it up for Dani Kerr.
I'm so sad to have to leave, man.
So I'm just going to ask you the last question, which is plug yo shit, dog.
All right, this is...
Tell us where you're going to be, tell us what you're about, and tell us where we can find you.
All right. Well, tonight, if after all this, this is going to be going on all night. So y'all just hang out here, really, honestly. But if you're heading back towards Catawba or Hickory or anything, if you feel like stopping in, there's a brand new venue called The Junction that's opening up tonight. That's where we're going to be playing with the full band, probably rocking until midnight, and then we're hauling ass to get back here to jam late night. So yeah, and then we'll be around. We'll be playing in Winston-Salem next week with the Skeleton Crew, and we'll be around locally as well. And if you hadn't heard of me before, my name's Dani Kerr, like I said. And, I'm on Facebook and Instagram, all that good stuff. www.danikerrmusic.com. It's got all the stuff on there too. So thank y'all so much, and Yeah, the plans are just to keep making music and having a good old time.
Y'all give it up for our hometown girl, Dani Kerr.
I want to give a shout out to all the people that have made this festival happen, all of my friends up here on stage, and Pressley, Isaac, Mr. Nathan, Mr. Bart, and thanks y'all for coming and being here.
Shout out to Baldy.
Woo, 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 woo. Keeping it
Get it,
rolling
Baldy.
up there. Grassroots Entertainment, Roots in the Round, and the Arto Arts Council. We love y'all so much. And here's a little song that it's kind of my journal song for the longest time. I didn't really think that it'd see much of any day of light, and it was really kind of special to me, and ended up getting to share it with the world. And happy November, everybody. This is November.
Hell yeah,
Song about life and death and Tom Petty and everything in between. There's people out there live every day, not knowing how or why they came. I'll be honest, I'm just like that. Never read the book, but I know where my heart's at. The only place that I felt the ghost was in a crowded hall with mostly broken people, singing the songs to get them through the day. It's the only place I look my soul dead in the face. And I've talked to angels through strings, heard them calling my name, but the only way I'll know I've done okay is if I get to where Betty went someday. Ooh. Now I'm at the age where life seems to fade a little quicker every day, and it will. So when I'm gone, well, I hope this finds you well. When I see those spotlights, I'll let you know I made it out of hell. And I've talked to angels through strings, heard them calling my name, but the only way I'll know I've done okay is if I get to where Betty went someday. Ooh, hope I make it there someday. And I've talked to angels through strings, I've heard them calling my name, but the only way I'll know I've done okay is if I get to where Tom and Betty went someday. Hope I make it there someday. get there someday.
Dani Kerr.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Bart. And before I go, can I interject and do a little something here?
Do
All
your
right.
thing, girl.
Follow right along. You got to participate too. So. You didn't know, but everybody's singing tonight. You ready? Because it's one of my best buddies' birthday, and I'm here in this round because it's his birthday. Y'all know what to do.
You fucking got me.
You don't look a day over 29, I'm going to tell you.
I don't know. The
Yeah.
Marlboros and the Silver Bullets tell a different story.
All right, y'all jump right in, make it loud and proud. Rattle these walls in this jail. You ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Isaac. Woo-hoo! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, man. I love you so much. Thank y'all.
Dani, thank you so much, Dani, for doing this with us.
Thank y'all so much. I love each and every one of y'all so much.
This is one of the hardest working musicians around right here. So y'all give it up for Dani one more time.
Thank y'all so much.
We're going to let her get her stuff off stage here.
I'm so sad. I don't want to go.
Don't be
I
sad.
love y'all so much. Thank you. Yes, I'll be back later tonight and tomorrow. So come on down.
If y'all want to see us really sideways, y'all hang out for the picking circle. Because I think last night it lasted till about 1 in the morning. At least I left at 1 in the morning.
That was mild. That was mild compared to tonight's. The sunrise might be the end of the picking
Ooh,
circle.
the sunrise picker circle. I am an old man, and I will not be here at sunrise.
You know
That's
a
what
really
you say
nice-
now. there's a handle turkey up there. So that says differently. All right. I love y'all so much.
Y'all give it up for Dani Kerr one more time.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you
All
so
my
much.
friends, Pressley, Isaac, Mr. Nathan, Mr. Bart.
Way to go, girl.
I'm gonna drop
y'all
an
so
Easter
much.
egg here. We may be doing some work together, so y'all keep your ears out for.
Hey now.
Hell yeah.
never know what
Look,
might
I think I
happen.
got
You
more
never
excited
know.
than anybody. Holy shit.
But keep your ears out. Thank you, Dani. I love you too, girl.
Yeah. Bart just started a rumor.
Listen. Look, if the rumor's true, I'm spending my life.
Collab.
I ain't gonna make you work.
I'll see you in a little bit.
Hit me up my DMs.
Go down in the DMs. Have fun at Junction.
See ya.
Thank you, Dani.
Hey, get me one of them guitars.
Are
off
you,
the
wait, are
ceiling.
you doing anything else for the festival this weekend, or are you just hanging out? Oh, women's round. She's hosting the women's round tomorrow at 6 here at the jail. Y'all make sure you get out here. I'm really excited to see what you do with that hosting gig, man. Love you, girl. Y'all be good. Be safe.
Break a leg tonight.
Look out for the police. You know what I mean?
Tell
I'm going to
Matt-
move it in here a little bit so I can not feel like I'm so far away from everybody.
Keep it intimate.
Yeah. Got to be next to my man, Nate. Well, you know, I might do one here at the end.
You might.
Please.
Yeah.
Fill in on the
You
last
know,
round.
my grandpa used to say, mites grows on a chicken's ass.
Sure enough, do. All day long.
So I've been kind of toying with the idea at the end, if everybody else wants to do this, maybe doing a Q&A, if you guys have some questions for the artist. If you guys would be into that? No? Okay, well then we won't do that.
Oh, screw it.
We'll play that by ear, but
Yeah.
next up I'm gonna ask kind of the same questions, like you know, what's your songwriting process? Like, how does it happen for you?
For the most part, I'll be in a space in my head where I'll be thinking about something that's on my heart or my mind, and it usually comes to me in like a chorus line, like a melody line, and like what I start kind of singing the line that it really sums up what I'm trying to feel or say. And I put that on a page and just sort of use it as scaffolding to build out from. Although some of the tunes, I think you can learn a lot by doing, which has been a big fabric of how I've approached this life. So writing a lot and getting that muscle together, no matter what comes on the page, also helps, because sometimes things come out of your head with writing prompts that you learn in like songwriting workshops and stuff, where it just dumps out on a page, and you look out when you come to, and you're like, oh, look at all that. There's a lot there. That's like 3 songs, and so you end up finding things that you didn't know you felt, or sometimes you're like, I didn't know I thought that about that, and there it is. So then you just try to work the craft to say, hey, this is the message. I'm going to shape it like a sculptor to where there it is. It's done. You can understand what I was feeling there. So.
Absolutely, man. That was very eloquently put, man. I like that.
All right.
I need to start writing like that.
Yeah.
I usually just drink a bunch of liquor and figure it the hell out. You know what I mean?
You got to George Jones it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Sometimes it's fun to write with friends, just to be like, all right, you take the first verse, and this is what we're all writing towards, and sometimes writing to a single word and see what comes out of it.
Absolutely. I found too. So I can barely play the banjo. I can barely play the guitar, but I can barely play the banjo. I can barely play the piano. But if I'm in a real big slump, what I'll do is I'll pick up the banjo and play. Most of my songs are in G. play the banjo in G, and I get a completely different melody out of it. You know, same thing with the piano. I can fake, like if you didn't know me, like you might be like, that guy can play piano. I cannot play piano, but I can fake like I can play piano.
Yeah.
And using different tools and just putting a different sound in the same key that you're familiar with can make for me, it's all about melodies, because we, as artists, we don't want to regurgitate, you know, and it's really hard to do. You know, you have people say like, well, some of your songs sound the same, and I'm like, that's because I wrote them.
Yeah.
You know, like,
It's coming from the same brain.
you know, have you heard any other band in the whole world? But so it gets kind of tough sometimes. You second guess yourself. You're like, well, I really love this song, but it sounds like this other song I did, or something like that, you know. And I found that just differences in sounds can help that as well. But I love your outlook on that. Give us a short little story about this next song you're going to play for us.
Well, it depends. Have we had enough of the feels? Or you want
I
more?
have. But you do what you need to do, Nathan. I
Presley-
might walk out of the room, but don't take offense to it.
I knew
It might
that.
be
I
all
knew
right.
your answer. I was asking the rest of the room.
Well, I trust your judgment, man. You play what you want to play, man. We're here for
No,
it.
I'm totally here for the feels. You do it, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got plenty of those, but
I got the Hank Jr. outlook on it. If you ain't hurting, you ain't living.
you ain't trying. Yeah. Somebody asked me earlier if the thinking about songs that I wrote that were ones I was like proud of, and either lyrically or just what came out of the finished product. And speaking of writing with friends, this one I wrote with my buddy Eric. We were actually doing a prompt where, like, it's one of those mechanisms a writer uses to actually get stuff to crank out of your head a little bit. And we were talking about this prompt, and then we ended up talking about something separate. It was sort of a conversation that kind of rolled forward about how there's this interesting world that lives inside a love song. You know, it's kind of like you watch a sitcom, everything gets resolved in 30 minutes. You know, like there's this world that exists. It's like this is up, this is down, this is how things happen. And this one, this is what came out of that, because we're like, that's kind of interesting. So we started thinking about, you know, the world that lives inside a love song, and then I started writing some sad stuff from experience. So you never know where things are going to come from. So this is nothing like a love song.
Y'all give it up for Nathan C. Davis.
sometimes when I'm driving all alone, I get crazy. Turn the radio on, think maybe you'll come running back just like in a song. I turn it up, sing along so loud, thinking maybe you'll hear me. And for a while it starts to feel like you're near me. Music takes us back where we belong. But I'm still waiting on the part where the boy gets the girl. If it wrong's made right, all is well in the world. The music ends, but the hurt goes on and on and on. 'Cause we ain't nothing like a love song. Sometimes when my heart's about to break, it don't take much to imagine they're all singing about us. Music takes. No, that's not the lyric. I want to believe, even though I can't find anything strong enough to keep us together. 'Cause baby, you and me, we don't sound like forever. Blame it on that damn radio. But I'm still waiting on the part where the boy gets the girl. If your wrong's made right, all is well in the world. The music ends, but the hurt goes on and on. Cause we ain't nothing like a love song. Nothing like a love song. I'm still waiting on the part where the boy gets the girl. If their wrong's made right, all is well in the world. The music ends, but the hurt goes on and on and on. 'Cause we ain't nothing like a love song. Nothing like a love song. But sometimes when I'm driving all alone, I get crazy.
Nathan C. Davis, y'all give it up for him. Man, who the hell hurt you, bro? You need a big sister to beat her up. You know what I mean?
Or a hug.
You need a hug? I'll give you a fucking hug, dude. I mean, damn, bud. Man, let's move over here to the Jolly Giant, man. I'm telling you.
You act like I'm Santa Claus or something.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, you're a mystical fucking being, man. I love you.
I'll take it.
Yeah, look, man, let me do the same thing for me, man. Tell me how you write your songs. I want to know.
Shit, man. I'll be honest with you. They just, I can't force myself. That's one big thing. I will try and I'll try and I'll try and I say I've got to sit down and I've got to write and I've got to do it. But the songs that come out of it are just terrible. Where I can't finish them, or I get a great melody line and then I'll lose interest in it. So I just kind of let the feeling drag me along, man. I'm a real big believer in every guitar's got a story, man. And what I say by that is, obviously everybody's got a different style, but your guitar is your own. It's part of you. It's an attachment of yourself. It's not just an instrument. And the melodies you make, the chord progressions you make, whether they've been done 100 times over or not, they're yours. Because I know we're all slave to it at one point where we're just like, shit, it sounds like this, shit, it sounds like that. But, me and Brian and Josh were talking about that earlier, and you just kind of sit down. If you're me, you just kind of sit down. If you're feeling bad I got something I got to say. Whether it be something I needed to say, something one of my friends needed to say, somebody I've met along the way in my life, maybe something not to ever do with me in my life. Like I said, that first song I did, I've never been to Louisiana. I've had crawfish twice in my life.
You fooled the hell out of us.
I just, like I said, when you meet people and you learn people, I feel like you live a million lives. When you get to know them, and that's kind of where I draw. I've not had a lot of life experience myself, but vicariously through others.
Well, I tell you what, man, you're wise beyond your years, and your songwriting shows for it. Like I said, man, everybody up here, we all got a special gift, man, and you are special. You're a special person.
Thanks, man.
So give us a little backstory on this next one, because I know it's going to be a heater. It better be a heater.
I don't know what I'm going to do, actually.
Better be a heater.
I'm kind of torn between two songs, honestly.
Play them both.
I wish that was the case. How about this? I told Presley I'd do this one earlier just to kind of explain it to her. This is one of my newer ones. I actually wrote this probably within the last month. I wrote this one by myself. Usually sometimes I call my buddy, Mr. Austin Blevins right there. Or my buddy, Will Patterson, he came last time. Unfortunately, he's not here tonight. Not that I can see, at least. But I usually call them up and say, hey, got something on my mind. But this one came knocking on my door, and I had to write it down, and it's not even me. I told her, I feel like it's for a woman. Maybe change some words around, but it doesn't feel like me, but it was what my mind had it to say. This one's called Easy Getting Over You. Sorry, I'm a little crippled too sometimes. I'm a mechanic, so I got to use both hands sometimes.
Everybody give it up for Isaac Hickerson.
In a moment I find myself reading old letters that you left, memorizing every word like it's my favorite song. Hanging on to I love yous, living all the hell I put you through. They say time's the only healer, but I pray they're wrong. I can wait for the night. I'll wait the rest of my life. 'Cause there ain't no easy getting over you. All the little times that we've been through. Lost again here in these city lights. All the tears I drown in start to fall, hoping for the day we could have it all. Feeling this lonely just don't feel alright. 'Cause there ain't no easy getting over you. Stay out late most nights, trapped in a buzz of a neon line, trying to chase my blues with a quarter with Keith on D22. But I ain't no stranger to memories of you on the runway in Charlotte, begging you to stay out chained. You said nothing at all, 'cause there ain't no easy getting over you. All the downtowns that we've been through, lost again here in these city lights. All the tears I drown in start to fall, hoping for the day we could have it all. Feeling this lonely just don't feel alright. 'Cause there ain't no easy getting over you. I screamed and cussed and asked God why, asked for forgiveness a million times. These days and I hurt inside my soul. There ain't no easy getting over you. All the downtowns that we've been through, I'm lost again, damn these city lights. All the tears I drown in start to fall, praying for the day we could have it all. Feeling this lonely just don't feel alright. 'Cause there ain't no easy. 'Cause there ain't no easy getting over you. Easy getting over you.
Isaac Hickerson, everybody. Give it up for him. I'm telling you, this boy's going to the top, man. I'm telling you. You got the sound. You got that. You really got that Nashville sound, man. I like it.
Man,
I like it.
I'll be honest with you. I don't try to write a lot of pop country stuff. That's not me, but dude, like I said, when the feeling comes,
If it speaks to you, it does. I got some out there. I got some out there too, dog. I tell people, I'm like, oh, I wrote this making fun of pop country. I didn't do that.
well, you write what you feel, man.
It's just come out that way.
Exactly. And like, I was telling Austin, I said, dude, you're gonna kill me. He said, what do you mean? I said, I did it. He said, what do you mean you did it? I said, I wrote a fucking pop country song. He went, oh. We both kind of sighed together, and we played it together, and he was like, wait.
Yeah.
That one's got a little something behind it. We don't know what it is yet, but it might not be for me. It might not be for anybody I know, but it's in the world, you know.
I ain't mad at that song at all.
No,
That's
it's
killer,
cool.
man.
I like
That's
that.
awesome.
I think it's funny though that we say it with a hushed tone. I wrote a Nashville.
Look, dude, I'll be the first person to tell you I absolutely love Nashville. I love the bright lights. I love
Nashville
the bars.
Too. Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. There's some shady people. That's what you want.
I'm going to be honest with you. The musicians there, the community that I've found playing in Nashville, especially over this past year, I've been in Nashville a lot. Yeah. And I got my first songwriting credit on a tune through Sony, and everybody supports everybody. They're all trying to get to the same goal, and it's just this big melting pot of so much talent that everybody plays in everybody's bands. Mm-hmm. You know, they all support each other. So there's a lot going on in Nashville that isn't just pickup trucks and.
Oh, yeah.
You
There's a
know.
lot of good people in like East Nashville and Madison too.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of good music coming out of there, but there's a lot of good music coming out of Statesville, North Carolina, right here.
crazy, isn't it?
Thank you to the Iredell County Artsville.
Crazy.
Heck
all these guys
Yeah.
out here, what they're doing here. This is the Nashville of North Carolina as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, I take Iredell County being Music Row.
Yeah,
I ain't got to
absolutely.
get far out of my bed.
Well, good deal. Well, I got my hometown homie over here,
That's me. All day long.
so we're gonna shoot you the same question. Tell me how you do it.
Well, it's funny, like we were talking earlier, I've never co-written with anybody, and I want to really badly. I've just never been part of a musical community because I am so new to all of this. Like, I didn't get serious about this until, like, this time last year. Like, that's essentially when I consider, like, I actually started then. Because beforehand, like I told you earlier, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I played with the same group of guys that I'm with now, but we only played, like, maybe 5 shows over the course of like a year and a half. So
You
it was
may
like,
need to move to Statesville.
I might need to. Hey, I don't mind an hour and a half drive at all. I'm here for it. But no, I thought it was interesting this evening. They had a workshop, and Hannah Kaminer, I don't even know if is she in here? Oh, she's back there. Hey, Hannah. So she was running a workshop earlier, and I've just never spent any time with people who write music, to be honest with you. And so I've just kind of always what Isaac said, let it come to me. And I have a strong aversion to sitting down and writing something that I know is going to be straight shit. Like, I don't want to do that. And I think that I'm going to maybe have to. But I actually try to block melody out completely. I don't try to come up with a melody at all. I mean, sometimes it does come to me, but maybe 5% of the time. I want to keep that out of my head entirely. Usually I have a rhythm in mind, and I have a placement of syllables on a certain, like, whatever measure of music that I want it to be in, like 3/4 or 6/8 or whatever the case is. I try to get that first in my placement of how those words will fall on the measure, and then add the melody after. I don't know. I tend to write, like you said, it's like you feel like you write the same song just with different words each time you write it, and I don't want to do that, but you are right. It's the same person writing it. Of course, it's going to sound similar.
It's an easy thing to fall into,
Yeah, it is. But this one here is one of the earlier ones I wrote. It was the very first one I wrote about my husband, though. Kind of around the time that I met him, and it's called Gypsy Soul. But I have an EP coming out over the course of the next several months. There's going to be 5 songs on it. This is one of them, but I'm going to be playing our first released as that last song for the final round. But I'd love it if y'all checked it out. Nobody knows who the heck I am, so I love y'all.
They do now.
And so I'm trying to get started. So I'd love it if y'all could save it when the time comes. I'd really appreciate it. But this one's called Gypsy Soul.
So my roots in the round crowd, give it up for Pressley Laton.
I promise I won't cry on this one. Travel the world just to see your face. I'd sing your favorite songs in any place that you wanna go. From my love you can run and hide. Well, even though I'm the only thing in your life, who would give you a hand to hold, so you can choose me or your gypsy soul. Back that up a little bit. Curse my heart for following my hand when you took it after you asked me to dance in that college bar right in front of the band.
You're like a waterfall after the river bends, or a dandelion carried off in the wind, trying to chase the horizon's end. You're the picture of a life I want to spend, so you can choose me, yeah. Be your gypsy soul. I tried to turn you into who you'll never be, when all along I should have let you run free. I'll ride shotgun racing down the road to keep up with you. You and your gypsy soul. So you can choose me, yeah. I'll follow your gypsy soul. And I'll follow your gypsy soul.
Thank y'all.
Give it up for
Appreciate
Pressley
it.
Laton.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, good deal. We back here with the man with the voice.
That's
Yeah,
that's me.
don't worry about me, bud. Nah, man.
Jazz 94.9.
I love it, man. You
Smooth jazz.
You do got that voice, buddy. So what we're going to do on this round, man, tell everybody where they can find you, your social medias, your TikToks and all that stuff, and let them know how they can hear you when they get out of this room.
Well, one, I'm sitting right here, and two, when I'm not sitting right here, you can find me Nathan C. Davis Music on Instagram. Is probably the easiest way. Nathan C. Davis Music. It's got a link to everything else there. The website, nathancdavis.com, and all that fun stuff. Got music streaming on every platform, wherever you want to find it. Got a new record finally going to come out. I'm not going to compete with Christmas, so I'm going to do it in January. And
Smart move.
yeah, it's been a long time coming. Looking forward to it, and I actually tracked it last November, and it's ready when it's ready, you know. So it's got a winter vibe to it, kind of that softer tone and very acoustic kind of a record. So I'm looking forward to getting that out. But yeah, nathancdavis.com or Nathan C. Davis Music. That's where you can find me.
Good deal, man. You guys make sure you go look out. Go tag him and hashtag and follow and all that other stuff.
Hash Browns.
Yeah, hash browns, yeah. Well, good deal, man. Play us your last song.
Well, I think I'm going to do a version of crowd participation and help me pick it. So got two options. First one is an uplifting, kind of encouraging tune. And then the other is just an old school country song that it's fun to play with a band. So anybody have any preferences?
Old school country song.
Old school?
I think we're going to go there.
Yeah? All right. So as a young songwriter, I was getting through a lot of songs, and one of the first tools that I learned as a songwriter is a concept of love in the face of adversity. It's kind of a thing if you look at all the classic timeless tunes that are about love, that's kind of what it's about, you know, the love that you had and lost, love that you never met yet. I mean, there's like, that always stuck with me as I started writing, and as I started getting into my catalog and being like, you know, some good songs, some not so good songs, and I was like, all right, I got a lot of love songs. It's like, what the heck? I need to write a song that's not a love song. So I sat down to write a song that was not a love song, and this is what came out, and very appropriately, it's named This Ain't a Love Song. So that's what we're doing.
Y'all give it up for Nathan C. Davis.
I bet you know, looking at me, what you're expecting to hear. Another song about beauty and love, where the choices are perfectly clear. Well, my life don't work like that. Most days it's a real mess. There's lots of songs out for folks in love, and this one's for all the rest. 'Cause this ain't a love song, but y'all can still dance. If you're all alone, I wrote this one just for you to take a chance. Throw back your shot glass and find yourself a cutie and take their hand. You can't go wrong, 'cause this ain't a love song. You never know what you're liable to find when you catch yourself not looking. A little dance when you ain't hardly trying could sure turn into song. But anyway, the beer's still cold, and I ain't singing the blues. There's lots of songs out for folks in love, and I wrote this song for you. 'Cause this ain't a love song, but y'all can still dance. If you're all alone, I wrote this one just for you to take a chance. Throw back your shot glass and find yourself a cutie and take their hand. You can't go wrong, 'cause this ain't a love song. Get your thinking, song's about over, you done missed your chance. I got news for you, the solos are coming, so get off your ass and dance. Yeah, son. This is where you put a solo. 'Cause this ain't a love song, but y'all can still dance. You're all alone, I wrote this one just for you to take a chance. Throw back your shot glass and find yourself a cutie and take their hand. You can't go wrong, 'cause this ain't a love song. You can't go wrong, 'cause this ain't a love song. This ain't no love song. No, this ain't no love song.
Nathan C. Davis, everybody, give it up. Charlotte man right here.
Thank you.
Good song, dude. I love the vibe.
That's fun with a band too.
Yeah, I bet it is, dude. That's
You got a
good
little
one.
country shuffle
That's
going.
what the kids call a bop. That's a bop right there, bro.
It's got like that old.
Well, thank
Charlie-
you, Nathan, man. Everybody go check him out. Look him up on Facebook and Spotify and all this crap. Nathan C. Davis, man. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys being here.
All right, big homie, you up? You ready, Daddy?
I guess so.
Tell them where they can find you at, Bubba.
Well, you can catch me just about on any social media site. except for Snapchat. I just deleted it. Yep.
Yeah, you'll have that on them big jobs.
Yeah, for damn sure.
I ain't never even had a damn Snapchat. I thought that was just some nasty shit.
It ain't an only.
Hell, I've been married for 10 years. Snapchat wasn't even a thing. If I even said Snapchat, my wife smacked me in the mouth.
Probably, yeah. It's like get a black eye from it.
All y'all out there with a Snapchat, you nasty. I know what goes on that son of a bitch.
Anyways.
Sorry.
I forgot to mention my Snapchat.
Nathan C. Davis on Snapchat.
My OnlyFans is...
I knew that was coming.
My
I have my
OF.
link to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, my Vimeo.
MySpace.
Yeah, man, everything under the sun.
I got instant messenger still.
Facebook, you can hit me up on Isaac Hickerson Music, which is my music page. Or you can just add me as a friend on Facebook. I accept damn near everybody if I met you. Twitter, I'll keep that private.
There you go.
TikTok, I'm on TikTok. I do post a bunch of stuff on there. It's funny that you said that, but you can find me at the Isaac Hickerson because apparently there's more than one Isaac Hickerson in this world. So I had
Not in my eyes, buddy.
You can find me on there. I have an Instagram as well, which is Isaac Hickerson Music. I try to post on them often. I'm not currently gigging right now, just kind of taking a break and doing private parties for friends and stuff like that. Doing stuff like this, stuff I have a good time at. Just taking a little bit of time off. Hopefully next year I'll be back to it. But if you want to follow me on any of them, probably if you want to follow me for more and hear the music more, probably follow my TikTok because that's really all I ever do is cover songs and original songs and just have fun, man.
And I've been talking with Nathan and I've been talking with Isaac, and we're gonna get him in the studio here soon. So yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
we gotta get that music out there.
Yeah, man, it's that'll be fun for sure.
Throw this last tune on him, Daddy.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna do the one did back in April. This one's called County Line.
Come on.
Well, my baby left me on a Carolina Saturday night. She's mad as hell and driving out of sight. So I hop in my old GT up and I bust as fast she could go. And I'm gonna catch my baby before she hits that county line. Well, I'm swerving through those lanes. I got cherry red headers, exhausted, spitting flame. I wish she told me what I did before she went off, popped her lid, and I'm gonna catch her baby before she hits that county line. Well, I'm gonna tell her how I said I missed her, how everything's gonna be okay, how much I hold her hand and kiss her. Well, I'm gonna catch her baby before she hits that county line. Well, I'm driving like Earnhardt flying down Highway 3. I got a quarter shine, blue lights flashing me. And if I catch her, guess we're gonna split that bail. If not, I guess I'll ride in that sail. Now I'm gonna catch her baby before she hits that county line. But I'm gonna tell her how I said I missed her, how everything's gonna be okay, how much I hold her hand and kiss her. Well, I'm gonna catch my baby before she hits that county line. Said I'm gonna catch my baby before she hits that county line.
Isaac Hickerson, everybody. Statesville's own. You got a big future ahead of you, buddy. All right.
So good.
You the last one,
Oh,
baby doll.
God, what'd y'all make me do this for? No, I'm just kidding. Well, I just want to tell y'all how much I appreciate. I said this last night too, but I've just never had experiences like this before where people are, paying attention to the words and the lyrics and, the music. And it's just a very, very rewarding place to be, especially with people like this. I mean, some unbelievable talent, y'all, in this whole thing. It's just crazy. Well, thank you, Isaac. Right back at you, man. But like I told y'all, I'm getting started with all this stuff, and my very first single will be out next Friday. So with that,
Where can we find your single at next Friday?
So it's going to be on all streaming platforms, and my name is Pressley Laton, and I actually have some stickers that I'd love to give y'all. I mean, if you want to take one,
swag,
you're welcome
guys.
to. I brought some with me. If you want to take one with you, you're more than welcome to. And I actually brought my song, like the physical form.
I already know. I know what that
me.
paddle's about.
Y'all, this is George, okay? This is old George, more specifically. It's a replica. Some of you might have heard the story already, but I will. So I grew up in Stanley County, like I said, and the elementary school that I went to was allowed to use a paddle on us. And my principal, I have no idea why she did this, but she named him George. So everybody in the school knew exactly who George was. She would walk around with him on her wrist, just a swinging, and it was a scare tactic, I guess. And so thankfully I never met the end of him, but several of my friends did. So hopefully this will bring them back to those days and not cry about it after they think about it. And I talked to my principal's daughter, who used to be a teacher of mine, a couple weeks ago, and I said, I need you to tell me what George looked like, because I had a picture in my mind and I was pretty sure it was right. It definitely is right. But she probably told Miss Starr, that's my principal's name, and I'm a little bit worried about it, but it's fine. I really do. I mean, I've got one of my own now, Miss Starr. You better watch out. This was called Old George. Oh yeah, somebody needs to. But this one's called Old George. But thank y'all again for being here. It means a lot to us, definitely. But to answer your question, how you can find all my stuff, I'll have a little code on there. But Pressley Laton or Pressley Laton Music. Got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, all of the above. So I'd love for you to check it out. Hopefully I'll see y'all around some. I hope to play some shows down this way, so I'm going to try to find some places to do that. But I'm primarily in Boone, so if y'all are ever up that way, we're most likely playing somewhere. But here's Old George.
Y'all give it up for Pressley Laton.
One bad mother, head honcho at the Christian school in a Podunk County in North Carolina. She'd crack a smile every couple blue moons, smoke like a freight train, 2 packs a day, palm our butts outside the window in the grass. Now one day she found that poplin boy smoking, laid that oak paddle to his ass. She called him Old George, Old George. He had a bite about as bad as a snake. Well, Old George, Old George, he leave a mark for a couple of days. He burned like fire, cut like a knife. He put the fear of God in our minds. Old George, oh, oh. A little leather loop at the end with a twist, yeah. Everything tied right around her wrist. We said, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, never gave any lip because we knew she wasn't afraid to let him rip. Oh, George, oh George, you had a bite about as bad as a snake. Well, oh George, you leave a mark for a couple of days. You burn like fire, cut like a knife, you put the fear of God in our minds. Oh, well, oh George, oh. Snuck through the window that she left unlocked, stole him off the hook beside the grandfather clock, took him to the woods and burned him to ash, put him in a jar along with the match. So long, oh George, you had a bite about as bad as a snake. Well, oh George, you leave a mark for a couple of days. You burn like fire, you cut like a knife, put the fear of God in our minds. So long, oh George, oh, well, so long, oh George, oh, oh George, oh George.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much.
Give it up for Pressley Laton,
Thank you very much.
Stanley County's finest.
Yeah. Yeah, thank y'all so much. Next Friday, check it out.
All right, we have come to the end of this Roots and Around.
This is
Come on.
Oh, let me make sure I do it twice. I pull it out and then put it back in. I'm going to play a song for you guys.
yeah.
Thanks. I only have one
small
song with a
feat.
capo. I played this last night, but this is my newest song, so I'm just going to play it again.
Yeah. I didn't hear it.
So people ask me what this song's about, and I don't want to tell people what it's about because I don't want them to get an idea of what I should be or what I am. And I've had people tell me that song's about a divorce, ain't it? And I'm like, no, it ain't, brother. But for you, it is, you know. So you can take what you want from it, I guess. This is called "Take Me Away." Keep on smiling, keep on moving. They won't notice that things ain't the same, but things ain't the same. So take me away, 'cause I'm tired of running. Well, you play the victim, but you done the crime. Well, sickness remains. You're feeding off money. You try to divide just to keep us in line. Well, no need to worry, 'cause you got the money. But everyone knows that you can't purchase time. You can't buy yourself out of a grave. So take me away. So take me away. Build us a scandal sickness remains. You're bleeding for money. You try to divide just to keep us in line. Well, no need to worry, 'cause you got the money. But everyone knows that you can't purchase time. You can't buy yourself out of a grave. You can't buy yourself out of your grave. So take me away. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to my homies.
Screw you, Bart.
I love you guys.
That was epic, man. That was really awesome.
This whole thing was pretty epic, if I don't say so myself.
Every time I hear you sing, I forget how goddamn good you are.
Yeah.
And it like hits me like a wave of bricks in the face, and I just make the stankiest of the stank faces.
The first time I saw you sing was sometime in the past year and a half over at Red Buffalo, and like I walked in to get a drink, and I heard you start a song, and I never got a drink till you guys were done. 'Cause I was like, what the hell? All right, okay.
Entranced.
All right. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm right here.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Once again, y'all, Bart Lattimore, we had Dani Kerr up here, Nathan C. Davis, Isaac Hickerson, and Pressley Laton over there.
Thank y'all.
Round 2 right here. Y'all witnessed it in person, and we appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight. Don't go nowhere. We're getting ready to have a dance party up in here, so we're going to need y'all to go ahead and get out of the way, because we're going to take some chairs out of here and make some room so y'all can boogie, and we're going to clear the stage, and we're going to change the vibe up completely, and we're going to have some late night fun up in here, and then following that, we're going to have a picking session. We're just going to be taking our acoustic guitars and sitting around and having some fun. So y'all stick around. Thanks again for being here at Singers and Songbirds, the November rendition right here in Statesville, North Carolina. We'll be back with the dance party.